Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. So of course, as you can tell from the title, my Makeup by Mario palette is here. I ordered mine through Sephora. This is the Ethereal Eaze palette in colorway Nature. I don't own the prior to, so I won't be able to compare to the older formulas, so I will be doing two different eye looks for today. If you are new here, hi, hello, I give you an extra warm welcome. I hope you click the subscribe button and hopefully choose to stay for a while. I do feature Makeup by Mario products on my channel quite a bit, not absolutely everything, but I do shop the brand and I do enjoy the brand. If you're a returning viewer, I love you all so much. You are the true MVPs, and I honestly and truthfully have such a fabulous community. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I do need to put some eye primer on. Yeah, okay. All right, my loves, as you could see, I already have some makeup on. It's been a crazy busy day so far. My twins are starting preschool, so we had orientation for that today after my workout, so I had to rush and do that. Fridays, every Friday, my child, my oldest, gets out at 12:45. It's early dismissal day every Friday. I have less time to do the things that I usually do before I have to go pick her up for school. So after orientation, I had to get home, do whatever I needed to do, and then go to pick her up. We stopped by to get some food afterwards because I have to get everything situated for tomorrow. I have a 10K race that I'm doing. My mother-in-law is spending the night so that she can watch the kids while I'm running the 10K. So yeah, so I need to get the house in order, get everything in order, get all of my stuff together so that I could just get ready in my room and not bother her, because I think she decided she's going to sleep in our pull-out couch. It turns into a queen-size bed, and I don't want to wake her up earlier than she needs to wake up, you know? So yeah, so it's just been one of those days. I didn't eat till about 25 minutes ago, and it's past 2 o'clock, so filming a little bit later than usual, but I still have good lighting, so I'm making it work, you know? I'm making it work. Okay. Before we talk about this, let me tell you what I have on my face before I forget to. I went into Makeup Forever HD Foundation. 2N26 is the shade. Kosas Concealer in 060. ABH Contour. Dior Stick Bronzer. I went in to MAC Cosmetics Strobe Liquid Blush. And I'll put exact shades down below. The Dior Forever Glow Maximizer Liquid highlighter, but the shade I have works as a very pretty glowy blush. I cannot remember the name. But I'll put exact shades down below. I did set my under eyes with the powder in the Charlotte palette. Also use the bronzer in there and also use the powder blush in that, as well as the highlighter, brow pencil, and Sephora Lamination Brow Gel. For my lips, I have just leftover Melt Cosmetics lip liner in Mocha and the Ravi Beauty Tulip, Effortless Lips. It's like a lipstick balm hybrid. And that's it. That's all I have on my face. I did go into the Rare Beauty eye base. Okay, I'm on the Sephora website. So this Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eaze eyeshadow palette in Nature retails for $69, which is the same price as the Meaty palette from Natasha Denona, and I'm pretty sure that one has 15 shades. Okay, just a tiny bit of information about the palette. A new palette inspired by the power of nature's seasonal renewal, with 12 universal neutrals and 4 finishes to create ultimate versatile looks. I don't know about versatile looks. I think the only way you'll be able to change up the eye looks with this palette is depending on what shimmers you wear, because I feel like most of the mattes look fairly close to each other. Okay, so it has a 12-month shelf life and it was made in the USA. Let me take it out. I do enjoy the packaging from Makeup by Mario, and then this is not an actual signature. All of the palettes have this on it. I probably won't be keeping this. The only other eyeshadow palette I own from Makeup by Mario is the Master Matte, not the Cool Tone one, the original. That is it. That is the only other. Well, no, I have a quad. Okay, so here it is. And in the back, it does have the names. Yeah. And this is like a soft matte. It's not shiny or anything. And here it is. Here is what this palette looks like. You see this and you probably think that's boring, and I agree. I feel like if you cover these two, like, it looks like a pretty boring palette, right? Okay, I mean, we'll see. I did post about this on my community tab and also in my stories on Instagram, and 1 or 2 people were very excited, and then everybody else told me that they do not enjoy this formula from Makeup by Mario. Both complaints about the mattes and the shimmers. So I'm not going to lie, I'm a little worried. So my eyelids are very oily, and certain shimmers, they still crease even if I use glitter glue. No matter what trick I try to use, they still crease. We shall see how it goes. All right, I think I'll start with this one. This is the only dark matte. I think if you take this away, there's no way that you can deepen up the outer corner other than with this, unless you don't mind using shimmery formulas to deepen up the outer corner, which sometimes, like this one looks like it might be a satin kind of shimmer. Yeah, so just pointing that out. But this shade is the one that I'm going into right now. This is a Wayne Goss number 8. And I'm going to use this in, should I do, yeah, let's do the crease and the outer corner. That's a pretty shade. It's a tiny bit of rosiness. Okay, sorry, my child came in here. She wanted to show me something. Okay, so far, this tone, it feels good. So one of the things I saw as a complaint was that the mattes weren't soft, or maybe they were chalky, just not what the other formula, I think probably the Master Mattes. So far, these to me feel softer, like a creamy powder versus the Master Mattes that I own. And also the quad. I feel like the mattes in the quad are very dry. So far, the matte, no complaints there. At least not with this one. Okay, that's what it looks like. There is some kick up in the pan. It's very windy outside. I am all over the place. There's so much on my mind. Okay, I'm gonna use this one, and this is the only one, I don't know if you could see it, that has like an embossment on it, and it says by Mario. Okay, this is a small little Natasha Denona, and I'm gonna use this in the outer corner. I dipped into it very lightly because I don't know how pigmented this is, and it seems pretty pigmented. Okay, now this color story is very pretty. It's very boring, but I can definitely see myself picking this up palette quite a bit, just because by looking at this palette I can very easily just create a very boring eye look that I don't have to think about too much, you know, especially if I'm in a hurry. This will be perfect for that. Yeah, I'm having no issues with the mattes. I feel like they're blending out very nicely and smoothly. Okay, so I feel like this crease shade, in certain areas, is just looking a tiny bit muddy. Let's do this one. And I'm gonna use this fluffy Alamore Cosmetics brush, and I'm gonna tap it, because I'm just gonna use this to kind of blend out the edges of that shade, because I don't know, I just feel like it's looking a tiny bit muddy. I wonder if you could see it. Okay, I feel like I don't see muddiness anymore. I fixed it. All right, I do have NYX glitter glue on. I know I've seen in other videos beauty content creators mentioning that it doesn't make a difference if you wear glitter glue or not. It's mostly to prevent fallout. For me personally and my eyelids, I need glitter glue. It could be the most amazing, beautiful, best formula of shimmer out there. It's still going to crease if I do not have glitter primer. I have tested the theory out plenty of times. I use glitter glue because I have tested the theory out, and for me personally, in my eyelids, yes, I need it. Okay, I think I'm going to jump into this pretty rosy one here. Yeah, it's definitely more of a satin metallic. And that's going to go right in here. And sometimes these formulas do crease on me, but we'll see. That's definitely something that I'm looking out for in this palette is the creasing, because there were some people in my comment section that complained about these creasing on them really bad, no matter what tricks they used. Oh, that's a beautiful, beautiful tone. Okay, so this one does have very slight glitter specks that if you were to have the light or the sun directly shine on you, I think it would sparkle pretty well. Okay, I think I'm going to, this one, yeah, let's do this one here. Okay, and this one feels like it might be a topper because it's pretty soft and it feels very light and a tiny bit drier than this rosy pink one. But it doesn't have too much sparkle. I don't know if it was meant to have a lot of sparkle, but it's, for the lack of a better word, it's a pretty boring shade. Okay, the wind is going crazy outside. It's definitely fall. All right, so far that rosy shade has impressed me more than the one that I have in the front portion of my lid. I would not be surprised if I get creasing in here. All right, now I'm gonna jump into this one, which looks, yeah, it's one of those mattes that has glitter sparkles in it, but like as soon as you blend it out, the sparkles kind of leave. Okay, this is a B4 and this is what I'm gonna use as my inner corner. Yeah, I don't think we needed both of those light nude shades, but that's just me. Okay, so this is it for this eye look. Let me finish it off. Can you hear that? The wind gets pretty gnarly here in the little town I live in. It's insane. Finish off the face, show you the completed look, and then I'll probably film the second look on a different day, but you know, same video for you. So yeah, let me finish and I'll be right back. All right, my loves, I am done. I went into the Glossier mascara, and then for the lips, Unearthly lip liner in Foggy, Melt Cosmetics lipstick in Grunge Nude, and then the Unearthly Menacing Metals in Cherub right in the middle. And I actually fell in love with this lip combo just now because it's so pretty. But here it is. Here is the first eye look with this Makeup by Mario Ethereal palette in Nature. This is a very pretty, soft, classic kind of eye look. No doubt, if I were to go out, I would get a ton of compliments on this eye look. Just because it's not scary, it's not too colorful. The tones really go with my skin tone very well, and it just makes me look soft glam, right? Yeah, okay. So I'll give my final thoughts once I'm done with eye look number 2. That'll be right now for you, but a different day for me. And so far I do have thoughts. Let me send you on over to eye look number 2. All right, my lovelies. Let's get started with this second eye look. And I think I'll do a halo eye. Yeah, let's do that. We'll start with this tone here. This is a Refer 01, and I have everything the same. Only thing that changed is the cream blush. I went in to the Haus Labs in Glossy Cinnamon, I think, instead of the Dior one that I used for eye look number 1. I don't have powder blush on yet. Okay, I'm tapping first because this tone, you can barely see it. It's close to the tone of my skin. My kids are being really loud. Okay, for the lower lash line, I think I'm gonna bring it in like 2/3 in. Okay, now we're gonna jump into the darkest. That's pretty much the only shade you have in this palette. to deepen up the outer corner. E42 from Sigma. I don't know how deep skin tone friendly this palette is because most of these mattes, they're pretty light. It is very windy outside. That wind was a killer today during the 10K I was doing earlier. It was not fun. Corner, and again, I'm not going to mirror what I have at the top on the bottom. All right, next glitter glue is on, and I'm gonna do, gosh, this green is beautiful, but this looks like a taupey. You know what, let's try the green first and then see how that looks. It feels very soft, very thin, almost like a topper kind of consistency. I did put NYX glitter glue on. Okay, that is very pretty. It's like an olive green, a soft olive green. All right, I think I'm gonna jump in a tiny bit into this taupey. Hopefully it's not too dark. Again, very soft, thin kind of consistency, like topper shade maybe. Okay. Oh, for a second I just saw a deer, sorry. I think this one also has, or maybe because it's on top of that green, I don't know if you can see it, it's right here. So I would say this taupey one has a tiny bit more glitter sparkles than the green one that I first went in with. All right, now for the inner corner, I'm gonna jump into this one here. So it looks like a very thin kind of shimmer. Gosh, this consistency is so... Okay, I'm gonna spray my brush because it's so thin. I don't think much is going to happen if I don't spray. So I have a little bit of setting spray on the back of my hand and I'm just dipping. This is the B4 from Blend Bunny. And I'm gonna dip into that champagne-y, very soft. Very, very soft. So it's probably gonna be a very soft shimmer. Yeah. Okay. All right, let me finish the rest of the face and I'm gonna bring it a tiny bit down here. Come back, we can talk real quick. I'll show swatches and end this video. All right, my loves, I'm back. Here's the full completed makeup. So everything as far as the base makeup goes stayed the same. Only two things changed. I used the Benefit Brow Gel and I did add a tiny bit of this RMS blush in Cure Royale. Oh, and then the lips. I have Mocha lip liner from Melt and What's Up Beauty Ultra Matte liquid lip in Subtle Chic. Okay, but yeah, here it is. Here is this beautiful olive green eye look. So I definitely feel this eye look compared to the first one is a little bit more sparkly, but I think the tones from the first eye look suited me a tiny bit better. If I had to pick, I think the first eye look is my favorite. This one's very beautiful. It is, don't get me wrong, but I just feel eye look one complemented my skin tone a tiny bit better. Let me go ahead and insert a picture here of what eye look number one looked by the end of the day. No creasing. That's one of the things that I was very worried about when it came to the comments that I got for the Makeup by Mario formula in these eyeshadow palettes. But I do feel like the shimmers faded a little bit. Not completely, but I do feel they faded. So if you're someone who has super oily eyelids, somebody who has eyelids that are very, very picky when it comes to shimmer formulas, these might be too soft for you. It is a $69 eyeshadow palette, same price as the Midi from Natasha Denona. So yeah, make sure that you're spending your money wisely. And if you have eyelids that are just picky, I probably would either wait for the sale and pick it up during a sale or not even bother at all. There are some shades in the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes that do the same thing, but it's very uncommon. It doesn't happen often. We'll see how this second eye look will perform by the end of the day. So let me insert, I don't know yet, obviously. Let me insert the picture here of what the eye look looks like after about 8 hours. My eyelids are just a tiny bit picky when it comes to shimmer formulas that are very, very soft, very thin. There are some of the topper shade shimmers that they crease on me. No matter what I try, no matter what I do, they just crease on me. So I would definitely say keep that in mind if you want to shop this formula from Make It by Mario. Yeah. Okay, let me scooch you on out. Okay, so this is a very, very beautiful palette. I do think I'll pick this palette up quite a bit just because it's a very easy palette. All I have to do is pick 1 or 2 mattes, 1 or 2 shimmers, and I'm done with my eye look. So a super easy, don't have to think about what kind of eye look to create. It's a pretty one, but I don't know right now if I can sit here and say that it's worth the $69 that it cost. I think it's much more worth picking up a Natasha Denona Meaty palette, but I know and love the Natasha Denona formula. I definitely need to keep using this palette. This is only a first impressions. I only created 2 eye looks, so I will keep you posted. I will either feature the palette in a future video or just mention how it's going with this palette. I have a feeling most of the shimmers in this palette might end up fading throughout the day. So yeah, and that's one of the very common comments I got anytime I have talked about these Make It by Mario palettes. Yeah, let me know which eye look is your favorite, and let me know if you enjoy the Make It by Mario Ethereal Eyes formula. I just feel like it's so mixed, mostly with subscribers. All right, my loves, before I forget, let me go ahead and insert swatches of the palette here. I very rarely do live swatches. It's mostly when it's a smaller palette. So yeah, apologies if you are one of those people that watches videos because of the swatches. I'm just not. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate every single one of you. A few of you were very excited for me to pick up this palette. I decided to pick it up just so I can see for myself if what I thought would happen with the shimmers was going to happen. But again, I will keep using it. I hope my video helped you out in any way, whether you decide to pick this up or not. The sale from Sephora is coming so soon. So I would say if you can, wait for the sale and get some percentage off. I do think it might sell out super quickly, so if you're not a rouge, then maybe you're one of the ones that should consider picking it up before the sale. Okay, with that being said, do not forget to give the video a big ol' thumbs up, and also don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you all on my next video. Bye!